Mike, you and I have covered college sports since before Christ, and I always considered them student athletes. Now that they're professional athletes and these NIL deals, you talked about a kid signing for $500,000 to go to Ohio State. Uh, SMU said they're going to pay their football and basketball players 36 grand this week. How do you feel about what it's done to college athletics? Because frankly, as far as I'm concerned, it's ruined it.
I'll be honest. It doesn't bother me, Scott. At least not in its current state. I think
Why
that
go to class?
they still have to be students. That part of it hasn't gone away. You still have to be a student, and that doesn't necessarily mean going to class in 2022
Yeah.
because we have the remote option for so many. It does at a few places. Notre Dame, they still are making you get up and go. But everybody's got to be a student, and so that part of it I'm glad has not gone away. Mostly for the athletes, because that is a privilege and an opportunity for them that remains. It's a challenge for the average citizen to pay for a 4-year college degree. Here it is for free if you play football or hoops. It's still a great deal, and then you add on the fact that you can make some money off your autograph or doing a car deal, or if you can run a business, if you happen to be someone that is entrepreneurial. And we've had athletes in the past who had those qualities, but had to sort of set them aside or had to tweak it so that they weren't really associating with their sport. There was a kicker at Central Florida who wandered over that line a little bit and got a lot of heck from the NCAA a few years back. That stuff's gone, and college athletics is much better for it. The immediate transfer exception, I think, is the thing that is really bothering college sports fans, because you can go and transfer from one Division One school to the other and be immediately eligible. It's worked out for some athletes. Jamison Williams last year at Alabama, perfect example. He was stacked up, even though he was one of the greatest wide receivers in the country. He was stacked up behind an army of great wide receivers at Ohio State, transfers to the number one program in college football at Alabama, becomes an All-American. That's great, but there's not that many Jamison Williams stories. There's too many stories of guys who transfer because they haven't played enough, and then they go somewhere else and they don't play enough. And before, the coaches had to be really invested in to take a transfer because you had to sit them out for a year. Now you don't.
Like Quinn Ewers, he transferred with his $500,000 to Austin. He'll play 1 year and then he'll get benched for a freshman and never see the field again. He'll transfer again to Hamtramck Tech. How about the kid at Auburn? He got a deal to sell clothes on Amazon. He's entrepreneurial. He's going to make a fortune. And in honor of that, he went out to celebrate. And he was last seen trying to elude the police in Auburn, Alabama. So sometimes you give these kids money, you never know what's going to happen. I know what happens when I give my kid money. I don't see him for a week.